Assalamualaikum, very good day. Let's get on to, this class is for programming, computer programming language, computer programming with C++. So let's get on to it. Share my screen. So yeah, where is that thing? Array terminal. Okay. So we are going to talk about array. Basically, what we have here is we can know the fundamentals of array. Array can be, in this case, one-dimensional or two-dimensional. One-dimensional can be in the form of vector, is a vertical vector or horizontal vector. Write declaration, initialization, and assignment. Manipulate data in arrays for some operations and explore applicability of arrays. So array is a derived data type. Is how you can combine them and store them in basically a matrix or a vector form. Okay, put it in the matrix, put it in the more strategized way. So this is one way to describe this thing. If we have a bunch of data, we can name them M1, M2, up to M100. So usually in the computer, they can be stored in random locations in the memory. Whereas if we declare an array like double M100, so we basically create a one-dimensional array here, where everything will be stored sequentially. Okay, we have data that is identified as M0, so it will start from 0. The counter, it will start from 0. So this is a little bit different from MATLAB. MATLAB will start from 1 to n. Okay, let me stop for a bit. All right. So how to use array? We must declare the array like previously. We can declare it as a double if the type of data is floating points or numbers with decimal points. So, and then we have to use the square bracket and declare the size. Okay, such as in this example, if the ARY is the name of the array, it is integer and it has 5 elements. So whereas in this example, it is a double, it's called salary, and we want to store it in a two-dimensional array. So I guess the first bracket here is for columns, and the second one is for the rows, columns and rows. Specific element in an array is accessed by using the array name as well as the subscript known as the index. Yeah, so indexing is important. First element in an array uses 0 as subscript, and the last element uses n-1. Okay, so we got to begin from 0, where n is the number of elements. Overall, n is the number of elements. So there's a different programming language will be a little bit different in this manner. Okay, so and this next one, array terminology, like the first one, we declare, we start or initialize the array by stating the size. So the type is integer, and the name of the array is test, and then the size in the square bracket. Integer is the data type. Okay, test, name of array, 5 in the bracket is size. It must be an integer constant, and it must be bigger than 0. Okay, which is this one. The size must be a positive number and bigger than 0. You cannot have a 0 as a number. It must begin with 1 and more. The size of an array is a number element size times the size of each element, such as in this case, integer test5 is an array of 20 bytes times 5 elements, which is 5 elements times 4 bytes, assuming 4 bytes for integer. Yeah, 4 bytes is yep. Size declarators. Name constants are commonly used as size declarators. Name constant. So like constant integer size. Okay. So this is one way to do it. So if you want a different number for the size, you can change it here, so that inside the array declaration, this one will change accordingly. This simplifies program maintenance when the size of array needs to be changed. Okay, so that is understood. Types of array: one-dimensional and two-dimensional. And can go even larger. But in our class, I guess we will consider 1 and 2D, 1D and 2D. The dimension of an array is the number of subscripts needed to select an element. Okay, so if we only need to have one subscript, that means one-dimensional, possibly vertical vector, whereas or maybe even horizontal. Whereas if we need two, that means I and J, or the horizontal and vertical, it means it is a two-dimensional, 2D. User can view a one-dimensional array as a list of data, a two-dimensional array as a rectangle of data, a three-dimensional, a block. So you can imagine that. So this is the depiction of what is being mentioned just now. And 1D array, declaration and memory layout, data type. So this is the manner where you, or the syntax on how you want to use this array. So you declare the type, declare the name, and declare the size. Okay, I guess we have seen this a few times now. Array is the name of the array that we declare over here in this example, and it consists of 5 elements, where ARY elements will be placed one after another, so they'll be clumped up together as follows. So array, the first element, second element, and so on. So this will be the memory layout. So in terms of subscript, so it goes, it doesn't go from 1 to 5, but instead it goes from 0 to 4. So that will be the name of it. Name for the first one is array 1. Yeah, whatever you want to store in that slot. And array 1 will be this one. So this is 0, this is 1. You can store any number here. Since this is an integer, so the thing that you want to store here will be integer. So it cannot be something else. So because you declared as an integer. So 1D array needs one subscript. Okay, that's understood. And the above element, the array ARY will be accessed selected individually as follows. So array 0 will be giving you this data, array 1, this data, and so on and so forth. All right, 1D declaration memory layout. Okay, type of each element, name array. So yeah, this is just repetition. And 1D array declaration in C++ program examples. So let's see these examples. We started off with include IOStream and then define size. So this is one way. Define size 20. Okay, so if this is, you want to use define. So instead of constant, so you can also use this one, constant integer size. So the same thing, but in different ways to do it. Then we have this namespace standard, using namespace standard. So standard lah. And then we started off with the integer int main, which is the main function here. Then we say integer max size. So this is the declaration of the array. And then we have char names. So this is another array, character names, and other C++ statements. Okay. So just 2 ways to do the same thing, I would say. All right, size is a size declarator. It must be a constant. Okay. It is advisable to use names constant as size declarator. This makes program maintenance easier. Okay, so just follow this one instead of putting the 20 right into the box like this one. So it's better for you to give a name called size or whatever it is, so that you can change that and change the rest of it. Okay, some basic operation performed on arrays is initializing elements of array with the declaration, input data to an array, okay, output data stored from an array, finding the largest and smallest element, computations. So these are some of the processes that you can do. Each operation requires ability to step through the element of the array. It's accomplished by a for loop. For loop is one way to do it. Okay, 1D array initialization. Initial values are given the array during and encompassed with braces and separated by commas. Braces will be the curly bracket. Okay, this is how you want to include the this thing. So if you just put this part before the equal part, that's just a declaration. But now you are actually inputting the values inside the array that has 5 elements. So for this vowel, for this array called vowel, the content will be characters, and for the first address will be A, E, I, O, U. Sounds like something you would learn in the kindergarten. And hence key, true, true, false, true, 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 false, false. Word HELLO. Then you can also have additional stuff, additional box after that array. Yeah, so Boolean answer key can enter like that. So this one you do not declare ahead of time what is the size of it. Okay. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So just include as such bool, and character. So it doesn't tell you. So character is different from the string. String will see hello as one piece, whereas character will break hello into the 5 alphabets, HELLO, and adds this /0 at the end. Integer scores, initial that is the declaration, and we have the initialization on the right hand side of the equal sign. So we have 23, 45, 12, 67, 95, 45, 56, 34, and 83. So 8 elements, and make it 9 elements. 9 elements. 9 elements. So the name of the array is scores. Scores, and this will be the index. Indices. Index. 1D array initialization, some variations. So A is what we have been seeing, what we have seen in the previous slide. We start by this kind of initialization, and B in initialization without size. So in the square bracket, we do not declare anything. We leave it empty. So that can also be done. And so as it goes, it'll learn that the size will eventually become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. But over here, we let the program know ahead of time, early on, that there's going to be 5 elements in this array called numbers. Okay, so that's the difference. But either way, it will work. And the third one, partial initialization. Okay, we say there's going to be 5 members or 5 elements, but we declare only, or we initialize with only 2. So the rest will be 0. And here initialization to all zeros. Okay, so we can have lots of numbers. Okay, so maybe you can also, like in MATLAB, we can have a command called zeros. Zeros. So yeah, something like that. 1D array assessing array elements. So to access the information that we have created, we call it by array name and then the subscript. So we got to know where the address of each of the elements or data that we have created. So for example, here we create the size is 5, double number. So this we declare the array called number and has 5 elements. So this is the for loop, the beginning of the for loop. So we have integer I will be the counter or the index, start from 0 until 4, until 4 and equal to 4. And then the number or the index will keep on increasing as the loop enters into the next cycle. So for the content, we want to fill up the array called number with this value. So the first one will be start from I is 0 plus 1, 0.5. So this element, the first one, number 0, number with the index 0 will be 0.5. So it'll be something like this. So 0.5, then 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. Okay. So as the I increases, the value for the elements will also be filled up and increase accordingly, following this equation. Okay, array elements can be accessed and used as regular variables. Okay, so like this. So here we have numbers 0, numbers in this address is 79.5. Okay, see out numbers 0. So I'll print out this number, this value 79.5, and see in numbers 1. So here we have to enter this number, the new number for address number 1, and then numbers 4 will be this stuff. So array must be accessed via individual elements, like cout numbers, not equal. So because the numbers has a lot of content inside it, so this program cannot decide which of the element you want to access, you want to print out. So this one is not legal. We can copy an array to another array with the same size and type, but it is not legal to assign one array to another shown below. Okay, so integer, this one has 5. Okay, this is the element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one num2 is also 5. That's fine, but to say num2 equals num1, so that one is not legal. That one is not legal. Why is that? Continue assigning values to one 1D array. Example, to copy elements from array number 1 to number 2. So here we have this thing. So if you want to copy, so we have to use this for loop, and then this one will be acceptable. Okay. So we cannot just declare that they are the same. Okay, but I believe in MATLAB that can be done. Integer 5, more examples, assigning values to 1D. So we have here on the left box, integer 5 will be this kind of things. On the right, integer list 10. So list will be 34. List 5. List 5 will be this address. This address, particularly just one value there, has a value of 34, and list 3 is 10. List 6. So just all these particular addresses is defined. So you define list 6 first, then list 5 is list 3, which is 10, plus list 6, 35. So that should be 45. Okay. So you can use this information just like a variable. Besides assignment or initialization, another way to fill is by inputting values or read. Can be done using a loop. The most appropriate is the for loop. Okay. Integer score, so you declare first that the array scores will have 9 elements, and then cout input 10 integers. Then you enter 10 integers. Okay, and then for loop will be cin from 0 to 9. Okay, so 0 to 9, 1 plus I plus plus. So we'll go from cin scores and you have all these numbers. So we can try this in a bit. Display data stored in 1D. It can be in this manner. This manner. So usually in the vertical vector for 1D, one dimensional, will be a vertical vector. So this is the flow chart of that work. So this box is for the for loop, read numbers, and then continue, read the numbers. And after all these things done, you can get out of that loop, go to the other loop. You can print it, print the values, then stop. Okay, so this is the example that we can try to run. So here all this include IO stream, include IO manip using namespace standard. And then you have integer main, so start the main function. Then integer I, this will be the index, and then A5. So this is the array, has 5 members or 5 elements. Then we have array B and also C, has also 5 elements. C out, enter 5 numbers, and then enter. So we have to enter 5 numbers, 5 numbers. And it will this one will enter or read those numbers for array B for this first loop, for loop. Then C out, set W15, array ARY, array 1, set W10, array 2, and set width 15, set width, and end of the line. So it means goes to the next line. Then I will do the vector array for C will be A plus B, A plus B, because by the end of this for loop, we have A with 5 members or 5 elements, and B also with 5 elements. So C can utilize those 10 elements and make its own elements, 5 elements. Here we have C out, set W15, A1, B1, and BI, AI, BI, and also CI written. So this will be the input. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be for the B array. Then the array can be combined. So based on this information, A will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And for B, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one will be just addition of these three. So 2 plus 1 will be 3, 2 plus 4, 6. This one will be 9, 12, and 15. So next one, I want to be able to determine the minimum value from a bunch of data inside the array. So here we have void main IO stream using namespace standard. Void. So integer again. This one is to declare this thing as a this is the index, then this is the array, and then we have something that we want to call min. Cout enter 5 scores, and then these 5 scores will be entered in the array called score. So here we'll have array score 1, score 0, 0, score 1, 2, 3, and 4. So minimum at the moment we say score. So we say score 0 is the minimum. So we start it as declaring that score 0 is the minimum. We do not know that fact yet. So if you look at the yellow box here, so currently score at the address of 0 is 85. So we say possibly 85 is the minimum number or minimum score. Then we do the for loop. So if the next one, this one is between 1 and 4. So this is less than 5. It's going to be 4. If score 1 is less than min, so min will be that score. So the check the next item is 60. So it'll compare with the current minimum is 85. So 60 will be the current, will be the new minimum. Okay. So if that is not the case, I'll keep on to the next one. The loop will continue. Okay. So this way you'll go through all the elements and compare. Go through all the elements and compare. Okay. So like 60 compared with 85, so 60 wins. So it'll become the new minimum. Then the next one, 55. So 55 compared with 60. So 55 is smaller. So 55 will be the new minimum. Then 78 compared with 65. So 55 is still the smaller value. So minimum is still 55 here. And then the last one, 95 compared with 55. 55 is still smaller. So at the end of the day, 55 will still be the smallest number in this array. Cout lowest score is minimum. Okay, double sales. So these are just a bunch of other new example. Sales 10. This is size of the array called sales. Integer index. So this is like the I. Then double largest sale sum average. Then initializing an array for index. Okay, we have index up there. So this is for loop. So it'll be 0 to 9. Index plus plus. Sales index is 0. So in this array with 10 elements, everything will be 0. All the elements are 0 at this point. Reading data into array. So here you want to index the data for the 10 elements. So here we have to put key in the 10 sales values. Okay, possibly it's not going to be 0, hopefully. Then printing an array. So this one will be printing the array with some gaps. Okay. Sales index. So this one will be in vertical, horizontal manner. Will be in horizontal manner. So all the 10 values will be printed out with a space. Then finding the sum of an average of an array. So you start a sum from 0. Then you can sum them up by this manner. So using the for loop, then this is the average is the sum divided by 10, and this 10 should be we should have a size equals to 10, so that we can divide by that size. Largest element in the array, max index is 0. So you have to somewhat declare max index somewhere. What is the type of it? Maybe it's supposed to be another double, or maybe integer. So for element index 1 up to 10 or 9, from 1 to 9, index plus plus. Okay, sales max index. If sales max index less than index, max index is index. Okay, all right. So largest sale will be the sales max index. All right, so yeah, exchanging values in 1D array the incorrect way. To exchange the values between numbers at the address of 1 and numbers at the address of 3. Okay, what happens if these two statements are used, 1 and 3? So numbers 3 equals to numbers 1. Okay, numbers 1 equals to numbers 3. Result, problem not solved. Okay. The correct way to do that, using temporary variable to exchange the value numbers 1 and 3. 3 statements are used. We can create something called temp, which is for temporary. Temp equals num3. So numbers 3 equals numbers 1. So initially this one is 3. Sorry, this one is 24. So you want to keep that value as a temp. So bring 24 to become temp. Then here you say numbers 3 equals to numbers 1. So this address will be 1. And then the next one will be numbers 1 will be the temp. So this way is how you exchange places between address 1 and 3. Program to exchange values the correct way. So this is the execution of what we have just said. Uh, all right. Okay. Next is to look at two-dimensional array. So just as before, we have to declare the array. So mention the data type, data name, and then we are going to have two of these square brackets. The first one will be for the row. The second one is for the column. So row, column. So I was wrong before this. I guess earlier I said this is column, column as row. So it's the row and then the column, row, column. Okay, so the vertical one is the column, and the horizontal are going to be the rows. So we have 9 rows or 10 rows and 5 columns. 10 rows and 5 columns. 10 rows, 5 columns. All right. Okay. Today declaration and layout. Okay. So this is the address. So the first one, the top left will be 00. Okay. This bottom one will be, this is the row and this is the column. So if the array is called table, so over here is table 43. Memory and users layout of 2D array. What is the row size and column size for the array with the following layout? Okay, so this up here, so this up here will be 00, 01, 02, 03, 04. This one is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 01. Example declaration of 2D array. So this one, so this first bracket will be for row, second one is column. Okay, so we can fill them up. Right now it's 0, or it's empty. It's currently is empty, so you can later on you can fill them up with your data integer numbers. Two-dimensional arrays can be initialized when they are declared, such as this one. This one integer, and the array is called board, has four rows, 3 columns. So this one 4 rows. So this is the first row, second row, third and fourth row. Okay, the columns are within the curly or squiggly bracket, curly brackets. Okay, so that is for one line, then separated by a comma. So we have outer curly bracket and inner curly bracket for each of the row. To the arrays, initialization values are enclosed within braces. Or you can call it braces or curly brackets and separated by commas. Okay. For 2D array, if elements are a row are not specified, unspecified ones are set to 0. Okay. Okay, this is another example. You can declare and initialize in one row, in one go. So you declare and then initialize. So 2 by 2. This is the first row. This is the second row. Initialization, some variants, some variations. So this is just like before. We declare and initialize. The second way, we declare as 5 rows and 4 columns. Okay, this one we declares rows by rows. So we have 5 rows. This is row number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this one we only have the outer curly bracket or braces, but the numbers here are just in one go. Doesn't tell you where they stop, but the program will identify. We only have 4 columns. So go 1, 2, 3, 4. So after that, this is the beginning of the second column, as second row. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then third row, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then fourth row, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the fifth row, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So here you already kind of help the program a bit by saying how to group it. But this one, the system will do the grouping by itself. So the third one, you declare in this manner, 1, 2, then 10, then this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is trickier. I guess the rest will be in the form of zeros. So this one should be in the first row, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So I guess the other elements in that row will be 0. Here you can try it out. Name of the array holds the address of the first element of the array. Okay, so let's or maybe here, I have to put here. Start C++, and let's try this thing whether it works as mentioned. And let's try this thing. Let's try this thing. Copy. Okay, here we have this I was the bin, then using namespace std, integer main, then we have this one. All right, then we can try to see that. Okay, and then we want to print that out. Print that out. How do we do that? So we have to print that out. Okay, and I guess we have to print that out. So yeah, I guess we cannot just see out table can uh, see out table. I guess this one don't work, doesn't work. I have to name this thing. Exercise. Yes, let's call this array. So I guess it doesn't work. So, so maybe we have to bring this using the C out. I mean for loop for loop for integer I for 0. Integer I equals 0. Then so I is for the rows, and then later we have to do the column. So I equals 0, then so here constant integer row is 5. Then we have column is 4. Okay, so I can put here that is rows, so rows, columns. Okay, so I then less than rows. I plus plus. So we have this thing. So C out table. So I'm gonna use a big table, big T. Right? Use big T. Then actually we need another for loop. So that is rows. Then we need the column. So for integer jj from 0, jj less than columns, then jj plus plus. Then we need to have this square bracket, curly bracket or braces. And then print this thing. So that one will be I. Then this one will be jj, I and jj. But I guess we have to follow kind of like this one. Okay. So I guess at the end of the okay, so that is cool. But I guess before this one, you want to have some space. So you need to do the column the if statement. So we have to do if statement, a little bit of if statement. If okay, we need to have that space, I would say. Space. Okay. Give some space like that. And then it'll go after that space. We'll keep on, but after the last column, you want it to go down. If JJ, okay, so if JJ JJ is less than calls minus 1. It's not the less item, so it'll be like this. Okay. Else you want it to do something else. Something you want to copy that. This one. You want to add another thing here. You print that and then you go to the next one. So the NGL. Okay, NGL. Okay, let's see if this one works. So return 0. Okay. So it would be something like that. Something like that. So it's okay, but not the best. So we can use that set W thingy. Okay, we can use set W 15, something like that. Set width 15, something like that, and see if that is much better. Okay, let's go back to thing I saw that being used before, and possibly that is something want to try. set W, so I have to use this thing, IO manip, copy that. Place it here. Let's see what this IO manip can do for us. So that's more like it, people. That is more like it. Why the first row is not not that aligned? Hmm. Yes. Okay, and then let's run this again. So this is the input 0, 1 for the first row. Second row is just 10. Third row, we have 3 values. Third one is 0, just 30. Okay, let's run this again. Okay, so for elements in the row that is not declared, so assume the element will be 0. Will be 0. Okay. All right, now let's get back to this one. So where were we? I guess we were somewhere here. Example, assigning values to, so this one, sales at this address 53, so row 5, column 3, that is 25.75. Yeah. Let us assume that we want to assign 5 by 4. So this is 5 rows, 4 columns. And these are the values. The following code will perform the assignment. Okay. So we have this 2 for loops. Okay. And this is the member, how we generate the values for the elements. Okay, to assign the 5th row to 0. 5th row to 0. For columns, 0 to number of columns, column plus plus matrix, row column is 0. So this is making that all the elements are 0 in this column, in this array called matrix. And to assign the entire array to 0, so this is just for one row, the 5th row, but this is for all array, or all matrix, the entire matrix. Example, assigning value to array elements. So integer b, r size, c size. So this is you do the going for the rows and also the columns, and then you do this thing. This will be the value. So this depends on whatever equation you want to create. So this is the result for this situation. Okay, so we can also ask for data to be inputted or input using cin. Okay. Then for statement is useful when performing computation on array. Okay, just you can use your imagination on how to do this. And here sum plus equals to array. So meaning will sum equals to sum plus array. Okay. So meaning the value of sum will keep on increasing in this manner. Then the average will be the sum of everything and times the number of elements n and m. Row average. So all these are some examples. Some examples. Two-dimensional arrays are often printed in a row by row format using nested for statements, just like what I did earlier, just now. And when printing the row values of an array, be sure to print white space or blank space between the values in a row. A new line character at the end of each row. Okay, so this is another way to do that. So this is the elements, and then to print it out. So for loop, the first outer for loop for the row, then the inner for loop for the columns, and you put something like this for the space. And okay, and then outside of this thing, see out and all, and line. Okay. Okay, so I guess this one is easier. As long as you are out of the inner loop, you can say end line before it goes to the second loop for the next row. Okay, so this one will also work. So without the if statement, so I can do without that if, as long as I'm out here. Yes, and this out here. And here I can just say see out the end one. Okay, why is the first row different? Second row is like that. Oh, that's one thing. Let's see how it is done here. Yeah. Maybe instead of this one, we can use that one. Yeah. So we have to tweak a little bit, see how best to show to have it. Maybe more, I don't know. Yeah. Guess we can play around with that later on. Anywho, I think we are almost at the end of this lecture, and here we can use this IO manip, and enter. So here we have to input the values for the array. And then we want to down here you want to print it out using set W5 and things like that. So that can be done. So set W5 is before. Okay. So set W5. So we can try that using this set W. Set W5. Set W5. Set W5. And let's run this thing. So yeah, that's more like it. It's more much more beautiful, much more arranged more beautifully, I would say. Yeah, I guess that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. You use the set W in front. Yep. Exercises, find the output of the following code. So you can try this thing. So the array is called mark, and these are the contents. And then C out mark 1 1 2 1 3 3. Okay, so 1 1 should be this one, 1. This is row 1, 0, and this is 0. This is 0. This is 1. This is 2. So 1 1 1 and 1. So this should be 5 2 1. This should be 8 3 3 3 3. There is no 3 3. There is no 3 3. Okay, define row. So you can use this. So if you use define, no equal sign, and you do not have to declare the data type. Okay, integer, but not return main and main. Okay, return here you are going to print this out, and this will be a single column. So even though this one is for 1, 2, 3, 3 by 3 matrix, you have 3 rows and 3 columns, but this for loop with the NL and line here will every time you print this out, one value out, one element out, will go to the second line. So it'll be a long single column output. And then the last one here is write a program to enter 5 numbers. The program then displays numbers in the reverse order of entry. This means that the last number will be displayed first, followed by the fourth, and so on. Use array in your program. So this will be a very neat thing to do next time. And maybe you can try this using that exchanging numbers method. Okay, so go ahead and try this thing. But for now, I guess it's a good place for us to stop. And you guys have a great one and enjoy learning and try to use array in your work. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Assalamualaikum.